from here because what's in here is not very good. Right, okay, thank you all for coming tonight. It means a lot to me to have friends and family here to commemorate what would have been Chris's 30th. The room looks fab. Thank you to my little helpers and Shirley from Flowers by Lamb, who's not here. She supplied the flowers for the tables. She couldn't come because she was busy with Valentine's Day, things like that. Thank you to those that have travelled, including my son and his fiancée, and the Ouija family in the corner there, the feathers. Okay, so a wee bit about Chris. When Chris came silently into the world on Saturday the 23rd of January 1988, little did I know that one day his name would be spoken all over the UK, Ireland, Europe, USA, New Zealand, Australia and Canada. Back then, there was no encouragement given to families to see, hold or make memories with their little one. You kind of did what was deemed for the best and moved on. So I left the hospital with a broken heart, a sans leaflet and one very unsympathetic Polaroid picture, which Mum and Dad kept for me and I didn't look at until a few years later. So for many years, Chris was a name, a faceless, painful memory, but a little boy who was remembered and missed daily. I didn't even know where he was. We had no involvement in his funeral at all. Years passed and I traced where Chris had been laid to rest, and it then became a place to visit and lay flowers on special dates. His little plot was marked after 18 years by the small marker that was permitted by the council rules. In 2011, I changed jobs and took up my post with William Purvis Funeral Directors. A position some thought weird, sad, depressing even, but it's not. It's not even a job, it's something I feel privileged to do, helping families say their final farewells to their loved ones. The little ones we helped families to lay in their forever beds brought an idea to my head. How nice would it be for us to offer our families a little keepsake for their babies, something to treasure and help them still feel a connection to their child. Then, as I do with a lot of thoughts that flit through my head, I said to myself, maybe this is a daft idea. Maybe folks would think I was a bit strange. Then one day in the office, I picked up the monthly magazine that had been delivered. Yes, there is such a thing as the Funeral Directors Monthly. I flicked through the pages, and on one page there was the face of a Plymouth funeral director who was helping families of little ones by providing clothing for tiny babies and encouraging families to make memories. This lovely, kind, thoughtful woman, Leanne, mummy to little Bo, who was born too soon, I can now proudly call my friend. Well, I call her my friend from the far, far away land, as Plymouth is nearly falling off the end of the country. Unfortunately, Leanne and her family can't be here tonight. She had car problems, would you believe it? Couldn't drive from Plymouth. So I contacted Leanne and told her about my idea, and she said, do it. So with her encouragement, Comforted was created. Unfortunately, as I said, Leanne and her family couldn't be here tonight. Comforted was originally just offered to families of little ones at work, but he was received so well that I decided he needed to be available to other families. He was given his own Facebook page and things just went crazy. Soon I was being contacted by many bereaved parents looking for something to treasure in memory of their little one, or for those just beginning their journey, a pair of Teds, one to be placed with baby to cuddle in their forever bed, and the other to be cherished by the family, helping them to feel close to their little one after they had been laid to rest. I've gained many friends through Comforted's page, and this little felt bear has taken my family and myself on adventures. At the Butterfly Awards in 2014, Leanne and I eventually met face to face. We had a lovely evening with both of our families in a room full of like-minded people, all with a sad story to tell of their little ones gone too soon. It felt good to be in a safe place where the taboo subject of baby loss was not whispered, it was the topic of the evening. And although sad, it was heartwarming to hear how others, just ordinary people like myself, were doing good things and helping families who were sadly on this awful roller coaster ride. We may travel the same path, which will never come to an end. The journey will become easier, but there will be many a twist, turn and massive pothole to negotiate along the way. That evening at the awards, Leanne and I both won our categories, and our table celebrated. For the next couple of years, October became the family trip down south to the awards, something we all looked forward to and enjoyed getting all toshed up in our finery. It was a place we all came together to catch up with our butterfly family. Another amazing woman I must mention is Lou Rimmer, who runs Angel Parents UK and worldwide. Unfortunately again, Lou had an accident last week and I scratched an ankle. I could not make the journey to join us. I don't know who's more gutted, me or her, and Harry, her husband. Lou fell in love with Comfort Aid and along with other bereaved mummies has helped raise money for Comfort Aid. This money allows me to send Comfort Aid to families with no cost to them at all, whether their loss has just happened or was many years ago. One fundraiser was the Manchester Colour Run, holding aloft a huge banner with Chris and other little ones' names on. They had immense fun and I thank her for all she does. Lou and Harry are parents to 7 angels. Lou's husband Harry's late father Joe was a huge fan of Comfort Aid, so much so that the collection taken at his funeral was gifted to the bear. My own uncle passed away last year and my aunt and cousin asked for the collection from his funeral to be passed on to help Comfort Aid costs too. I also received small amounts from individuals and with mum and dad helping along the way too. For some time now no parent has ever been asked to contribute to postage or any other costs. So from those families, I thank you. To date, I have stitched over 2,900 bears, and these have been sent direct to families and to organisations. Little Things & Co in Plymouth, the Jessica Sherman Foundation in Milton Keynes, Tabitha's Trust in the Isle of Man, and the Queen Bee Project in Pennsylvania, to name just a few. All of whom create comfort bags and memory boxes which are handed out to parents as they leave hospitals without their little ones. Nothing can fill those empty arms or that gaping hole in your heart, but to know that you are not alone does help. I'll take this opportunity to thank Graham Watson, who unfortunately isn't here tonight, one of Greg's long-standing friends. Graham works for DHL and has for a while now made sure that the Pennsylvania Teds get there safe and sound. My family have been right behind me from the beginning and have helped in any way they can. I would like to thank them for supporting me. I have been lucky to have my rainbow, Greg. Other families will only ever be parents to little ones that do not walk on this earth. Greg didn't know about his big brother until he was about 8, and when I look at him, I wonder if Chris would have looked the same. I do see similarities in them when I look at the beautiful portrait that was created for me of Chris. I am proud of both my boys, and nothing warms my heart more than Greg being proud of Comfort Aid too. Mum and Dad take great pride in telling everyone about Comfort Aid, and more often than not, Mum and I's trip to London for my visit to number 10 comes up in the conversation too, another little adventure we shared. My amazing husband Sam puts up with so much. This little bear has taken over our house. There's no room free from something Ted-related. Felt, ribbon, buttons, etc. Sam can often be found in the kitchen preparing meals to let me sew Teds so that I can get them on their way. He's also my go-to techie man when the computer is playing up, or I have an idea in my head that requires PC skills beyond me. Sam, thank you for your support and love for something you didn't sign up for, but I've become a huge part of. Okay, this is a bit I've had to add. I'm proud that there are now 3 stone Ted bears that represent Comfort Aid in existence. One in my own garden, one at Derriford Hospital Babies Memorial Garden in Plymouth, a garden built on waste ground by Little Things & Co. And finally, number 3, which I only found out about the other day. It's now in situ at Morton Hall Babies Garden, where Jess sleeps. This third Ted was only put in place in the past couple of days. Timing couldn't have been better. So now, let's get this evening on its way. A party would not be a party without a cake, but it's not really appropriate to sing happy birthday on this occasion. So, Stephanie, who is my goddaughter, will read a short poem as we cut this beautiful cake.